The night drums of Ikpese. Long before the road from Makodi to Katsina Ala was paved, there was a small village called Ikpese, hidden deep in the forest. It was a peaceful place, farmers by day, storytellers by night. But the people had one rule that was never broken. When the night drums sound from the forest, do not go to answer. It was said the drums belonged to spirits who walked only after midnight, calling out to lure the curious into the dark, never to return. Children heard this warning before they could even talk, and the elders swore it had saved many lives. For years the rule was followed, until one Harmattan season, when Aundover, a young hunter, decided he did not believe in such tales. It began on a moonless night. The Harmattan wind howled through the trees, carrying dust and the faint scent of wood smoke. Aundover had just returned from setting traps for antelope when he heard it. A slow, deep rhythm coming from beyond the farms. Dum, 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 dum. The sound was too perfect, too human to be the work of spirits, he thought. Perhaps it is another village, he told himself. Perhaps they are celebrating. But Ikpese was surrounded by miles of untouched bush. There was no other village close enough for drums to be heard. That night he could not sleep. The rhythm played in his mind like a call unanswered. The second night the drums came again, closer this time. Elder Tayo shook his head when Aundover asked about it. Thoughtful, "Young man, the night drums are not for you. They are older than this village, older than the river itself." But Aundover's curiosity had taken root. On the third night, when the drums began again, he picked up his hunting bow and stepped outside. The cold air bit at his skin, and the darkness seemed heavier than usual. He followed the sound, past the last yam mounds, past the line of palm trees, into the shadowy forest. The drums grew louder. His heart began to match their beat. After some time, he came to a small clearing he had never seen before, even though he had hunted this forest for years. In the center was a huge drum, taller than a man, its surface glistening in the faint starlight. But there was no drummer. The drum played itself. Aundover's breath caught in his throat. The air smelled strange, like rain on dry dust, mixed with something sharp and metallic. He should have turned back, but something unseen pressed him forward. When he was close enough to touch the drum, it stopped. The silence was so sudden it rang in his ears. Then, from the shadows, a voice whispered his name. He spun around but saw no one. The voice came again, this time from behind him. "Aundover, why do you seek us?" "I do not fear you," he said, though his hands trembled. "I only wish to know who you are." The darkness shifted. Out stepped a figure, tall, lean, its skin the color of old wood, its eyes glowing like embers. Behind it, more figures emerged, each holding carved sticks and wearing masks that seemed to change shape as he looked at them. "We are the drummers of the between world," the first figure said. "We call for those whose feet are restless, whose hearts cannot stay in the light." Aundover took a step back. "I am not yours." The figure smiled, a slow, impossible stretch of lips. "Not yet." Suddenly the ground beneath his feet felt soft like wet clay. He looked down and saw hands, dozens of them, reaching up from the earth, grasping at his ankles. Aundover pulled free and ran. The forest twisted around him. Paths he knew were gone, replaced by endless dark corridors of trees. The drums began again, faster now, chasing him. Dum 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 dum. He burst into the open fields of Ikpese, just as the first cock crowed. The drums stopped instantly. The elders found him at dawn, sitting by the Iroko tree, pale and shaking. He told them everything. Elder Tayo only, "You went to answer the drums. They will not forget you. From now on, when you hear them, you must not step outside, no matter how loud they call." For the rest of his life, Aundover heard the drums at least once each moonless night, sometimes faint, sometimes close enough to make his hut walls tremble. He never went to them again, but he knew they were waiting. Moral proverb: not every call is meant to be answered. African proverb.